So now that we're finished with encouraging transfers, it's time to go ahead and build out these conferences. And again, I'm coming off of a fourth straight national championship victory. I am at this point trying to debate on what I want to do. Am I going to stay in the American Conference? Am I going to go to SEC? Am I going to go independent? Am I going to bring teams over to this conference? I don't know. I don't know about going independent because although I can make my own schedule, there's no conference championship. I don't like not having that as an option. I could realign the conference and add all the Florida teams that I've now made my rivals and move some of the teams that are already here elsewhere. Let me see. Oh, because at this point we've built a powerhouse. We've built a powerhouse, and this conference just isn't strong enough for us. So we either need to leave, go to a stronger conference like the SEC, go independent and schedule our whole entire schedule, nothing but solid teams, nothing but really good teams, top tier elite teams, or we stay put, bring over some stronger teams from some stronger conferences and give us a stronger conference. Let me see, FBS independence. So currently there's no independence. If we went, we would be by ourselves as far as the independents are concerned. Let's see. Because I've already brought over Auburn. So Florida State, Miami. I could move them over, bring over Florida, and ship out a couple teams from my conference. Let me see. Decisions. Because at the end of the day, teams like Army and Navy aren't doing it anymore. So we're gonna make Army and Navy independent. Who else are we gonna ship out of here? Let's see. Send Memphis to the SEC. Then we'll bring Florida over from the SEC to Memphis. I could rebuild the Pac-12 too while I'm at it, just to spice it up. You know, we done already went through 5 seasons. Going into the 6th season, why not spice it up? This may be our last season anyways, because at this point, if we just keep winning, there's no point to keep it going. Let's see, who else we got? So right now, we currently have 13 teams. We want to ship somebody else out and then bring in 4 new powerhouses to the conference to make our conference a lot stronger. Because as you can see, there's not many strong teams left in this conference, or many strong teams at all. It's really just us and Notre Dame. All right, so move SMU to the SEC. Now we're going to go ahead and bring over Florida. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Welcome to the American Conference. Welcome to the American Conference. All right, so now let's go see about anybody else from over here before I decide I want to go get Florida State and Miami. Not really. So let's go ahead and bring over Florida State and Miami. All right. So now we got Florida State. So not only are we keeping the rivalry or actually having actual rivalries with Florida and Florida State, they get to keep their rivalry as well because now they're in a conference together. So let's see. So now we have 14 teams. We want to add 2 more to fill it out and make it 16. I wonder okay, so when I make it 16, how do I make it divisions? That's what I want to know. Like the SEC, make it like the SEC. Okay. So Miami, welcome aboard. All right, so now we got Miami. We just need one more team. We just need one more team to make it a total of 16 teams. Now, where are we going to get that team from? Let's see. I normally play Florida, Florida State, Miami every year. Can't think of really anybody else. Who else could I add to fill this out and make it 16 teams? Let's see. See, I normally don't have these problems when I'm doing conference realignment in the offseason because I'm never really realigning. Jesus Christ. I'm never really realigning except for outside of a couple times like when I brought Notre Dame and SMU over. Okay, so we went and added SMU to the ACC instead of the SEC. And so, okay, so the SEC is good. They still have their 16 teams. They still have a total of 16 teams. So they're good. They're good where they're at. But we need a 16th team. Where are we going to get that from? Okay, so the Sun Belt. See, this is what I'm talking about. How it's split up and they have divisions inside that conference. How do I do that? Let's see. Who else am I going to bring over to this conference? I think I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the Pac-12 before I add that extra team to the conference. Let's see. So Army and Navy are both independent. I'm not going to move Notre Dame and make them independent again because, again, we need as many 5-star universities, 4 5-star universities in this conference as possible. Let's see. Okay, so Pac-12 currently only has Oregon State and Washington State. I'm about to just rebuild the Pac-12 because I should have did that from jump. But again, I wanted to keep everything as realistic as possible for the first couple years. After that, then I allowed myself to start realigning, but I didn't do a ton of realigning. But I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it and rebuild the Pac-12 right now. If I can remember every team that's in the Pac-12. I know Cal for sure was in the Pac-12. USC, Colorado, Arizona State, Arizona, Utah, I believe, was in the Pac-12 as well. Was Iowa State in the Pac-12? I don't think Iowa State was in the Pac-12. Let's see. All right. See, this is killing me right here. This East-West, how they have their divisions over in the. I'm gonna figure that out, and then we're gonna position the American Conference as a 2-division conference. All right, so Big Ten has the Big Ten has more than 16 teams. They have 18 teams actually. But Washington is one of those teams. So is UCLA. That's another team that was in the Pac-12. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and build out this Pac-12, and then I'll figure out with what's left over after I'm done building that out, who I'm gonna decide to go ahead and move over to the American Conference. Let's see, USC. There you go. Yep, USC back in the Pac-12. Minnesota wasn't in the Pac-12. Washington, that's another one. Oregon is another one. Slowly but surely, we're building it back out, bringing the Pac-12 back to life. Oh, was it North Carolina State? Yeah, there we go. Oregon. Got to get Colorado back over here. Where you at? Where you at? Arizona. Yeah, there we go. Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, Utah. go. Arizona State. There we go. Now we need Colorado. Colorado, Utah. I think that's about it from this conference. All right, so we need two more teams. Utah will be one of them. Then I can't remember who exactly was the last team that was in the Pac 12. Mm, was it Nevada? Was it San Diego State? I can't remember. Who was the last team? I think it was UNLV. I'm not sure. Mm, this shouldn't be this hard. Pause. Old Dominion is in Sunbelt. We need one more our damn selves. I don't know. SMU wasn't over in the Pac-12. Wasn't Indiana? Wasn't Minnesota? Yep. Was it BYU? I can't remember if it was BYU or not. I guess it would help more if I went and looked it up, but I really don't feel like doing it right now at the moment. Trying to figure it out on the fly myself. Utah, I don't know. I thought I moved Utah already. So Utah, there we go. Now we need to add that last team. Who was that last team out of the Pac-12? Was it BYU? Oh, for some reason, I feel like it was BYU. So it definitely wasn't nobody here from the ACC. These teams all look familiar, like they were here. I don't. The only team that I think wasn't originally ACC was SMU. Nobody looks familiar. MAC conference. That might be a conference in the future that I try to go rebuild with. We'll see. We'll see. That might be my rebuild team. I'm stumbling over my words and everything like that. My rebuild team will probably come from out of that conference for college football 26. Who knows? We'll see. All right, so there we go. All right, so we got the Pac-12 panned out. Now we just need to find that extra team that's in a conference, giving them an odd number of opponents, or giving them an odd number of universities, so we can add somebody over here to give us 16s, and then try to figure out how to create divisions in the process. So as it presently stands, we got Charlotte, East Carolina, us, Florida, Florida State, Miami, North Texas, Notre Dame, Tulsa, amongst others. But we need another team. We need another team to make this an even amount of schools. Maybe I bring somebody back from the FBS Independence, but you with Army and Navy, you kind of can't pull one and not bring the other. So okay, here we go. Here's an oddball division. They only have 11 teams. So maybe I could send somebody over there and then get somebody from another conference and bring them over to us. Decisions. No Old Dominion for sure. Arkansas State, Coastal Carolina. right, so got them set. Now, Western Kentucky to Conference USA, UMass, UMass to Independent. Hmm. Again, this shouldn't be this difficult. Trying to brainstorm right now. See, do I want to bring UMass over here? UMass it is. I guess UMass it is. So can't really figure out who else that I want to move from another conference or what conference that makes it because it's American conference. So I guess just putting a bunch of teams from across the states in this division would make sense, even though we have a lot of Southern teams in this division. A lot of Southern teams, a lot of teams from Florida, a lot of a team from Texas, um, Oklahoma, Carolina, you name it, Alabama. This is a majority Southern teams more than it is teams across the states. So I don't do I need to remove UMass and put them somewhere else, replace them with somebody else? Hmm. I probably could have eliminated all of this just by going to the SEC, but okay, there we go. There we go. So this whole time that I've been playing this dynasty, I did not even know that this was a thing. Partly because I wasn't really building out divisions like that, or trying to at least. But I'll be damned. Look at this. All right, so that's how you turn on division. Damn, you can name divisions and everything. Number of conference games you can set. Look at this. I knew nothing about any of this. So, conference championship game, yes. Championship game. Damn, so you could change the location of the championship game and everything? Man, look here. Championship game selection. Top teams by conference record. AT&T Stadium. I think I'm gonna roll with AT&T Stadium. I might scroll through and see what else they have, but ultimately, I think I might make the location AT&T Stadium. Caesar Superdome. That could be one since majority of the teams here is down south. But Hard Rock Stadium and AT&T Stadium makes sense that too because that's both southern locations as well. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Rose Bowl. God, I should put that at the Rose Bowl just cause that's such a nice stadium and such a classic, legendary stadium to be playing in. Championship game criteria, teams conference record. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. We're gonna roll with that. Number of conference games, 8. I should change this. That way I could schedule more. I could schedule more outside opponents. So I guess I'm gonna do East and West. Yeah, I think I'll do East and West here. There we go. I think we might be just about set. Yeah, I think we just about set. Go north and south instead. Instead of being cliche with the east and west, we'll do north and south instead before we dip out of this. There we go. All right, now I think we're good. I think we're good now. 8 conference games. That's cool. That's cool. I think we're good where we're at. There we go. Now that looks a lot better. That looks a lot. Now I just got to realign the conference because I want Florida and I was about to say Missouri, Florida and Florida State I want both of them, Florida, Florida State, and Miami. I want both of them in the North, not the South. I want them to be over in our division because I want to make sure I have to play them every season, and then all my other opponents I can just schedule outside of here. So this is really going to make sure our schedule is tough. So let's see. We got Florida. We got Florida State. Put Notre Dame on the other side because I'd like to end up facing off against Notre Dame and Jesus, I am all over the place today. I was about to say national championship in the conference championship. I think we're about good. Sent Temple over there. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're about set. I think I like what I'm looking at right now. And I swear to God, if Notre Dame doesn't end up coming out in the conference championship against us, I'm gonna be disgusted. I'm gonna be disgusted if I got all these good teams over here and they're the only good team over there, like say so, and they don't face off against us. I'm gonna be quite disgusted for sure. But I think we're locked in. We're gonna go ahead and lock it in with that. Yeah, so he got Rice, North Texas, UMass, UTSA, Temple. Yeah, bring North Texas over here. For some reason, yeah, because I've always played North Texas tough. So I want to keep North Texas over here. I want to keep that little matchup, us playing them every year. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you're here for the first time or you return and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Florida Atlantic Dynasty rebuild, but other college football 25 content as well. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.